Shalom, Yasharal, my brothers and sisters. I have a quick study I'd like to do with you and a reading about the word traditions. And for that, I'm going to show you in the Strong's Concordance Dictionary and also read some other scriptures. YarmaYahu 10:25, chapter 7 of Marqus, and MatTITHYAHU 15. Also, I will go through some other places in Psalms, and I just wanted to, before I get started here, this has always been, everyone. Not only are the X-gens doing this, but the JEWs, they've been doing this for a long time, right? Adding and subtracting to the word of Yahuwah. And so I wanted to start out with saying this, that, forgive my handwriting, my notes real quick here, but Yahuwah's name was replaced with Adonai, or even they say Hashem, right? By the rabbinical JEWs. And thenceforth, priests cease to bless Yasharal with the name of Yahuwah, but used Adonai, or which means the Lord. This is from the Babylonian Talmud tract Yoma, which is Day of Atonement, chapter 4, page 60. And what I wanted to do is, so, they don't even want us to say the name, right? They've hidden the name, and it's all by design, right? What I want to do is read from chapter 7 here of Marqus. Okay, and it says, "And the Pharisees and some of the scribes assembled to him, having come to Jerusalem, and seeing some of his taught ones eat bread with defiled, that is, with unwashed hands, they found fault. For the Pharisees and all the Yahudim do not eat unless they wash their hands thoroughly, holding fast the tradition of elders," the elder men, right? "And coming from the marketplace, they do not eat unless they wash. And there are many other traditions which they have received and hold fast, the washing of cups and utensils, and copper vessels, and couches. Then the Pharisees and the scribes asked him, 'Why do your taught ones not walk according to the traditions of the elders,' the traditions of men, 'but eat bread with unwashed hands?' And he answering said to them, 'Well, did Yahu prophesy concerning you hypocrites, as it has been written, this people respect me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. And in vain do they worship me, teaching the commands of men,'" which you'll find in Yesha 29:13. "Forsaking the command of Elohim, you hold fast the traditions of men." And he said to them, "Well, do you set aside the command of Elohim in order to guard your traditions?" Wow. "For Moshe said, 'Respect your father and your mother,'" which is Shemoth 20:12, and Deuteronomy Devarim 5:16. Father and mother, and then it says, and he who curses father or mother, let him be put to death, which is Shemoth, Exodus 21:17, and Wairikwa, which is Leviticus 29. But you say, if a man says to his father or mother, whatever profit you might have received from me is korban, that is a gift. You no longer let him do any matter at all for his father or his mother, nullifying the word of Elohim through your tradition, which you have handed down. And many such traditions you do. This is what they do. They hand them down, right? They don't get rid of them. They add to them and they keep handing them down and disobeying the word of Elohim. And basically not accepting the Mashiach. And calling the crowd to him, he said to them, hear me, every one, and understand. There is no matter that enters a man from outside which is able to defile him, but it is what comes out of him that defiles the man. If anyone has ears to hear, let him hear. And when he went from the crowd into a house, his taught ones asked him concerning the parable. And he said to them, are you also without understanding? Do you not perceive that whatever enters a man from outside is unable to defile him? Because it does not enter his heart, but his stomach, and is eliminated, thus purging all the foods. Verse 29, and he said, what comes out of a man, that defiles a man. For from within, out of the heart of men, proceed evil reasonings, adulteries, whorings, murders, thefts, greedy desire, wickedness, deceit, indecency, and evil eye, blasphemy, pride, and foolishness. All these wicked matters come from within and defile a man. This is a big warning. And this is what is happening then and even now. Nothing has changed. This still happens to this day. And so what I want to do now is go to, we're going to stop at 23 for Mark, but we're going to go to Psalm 79. It says here, pour out your wrath on the nations who have not known you, and on reigns that have not called on your name. So basically on the people, right? The kingdoms and the people that have not called on your name. Let's also go to YarmaYahu 10:25. And let me find it here. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, YarmaYahu. Let me go to the right place here. Hold on one moment. I'm in Ezekiel here. Got so many markers in my book. Okay, so 10:25. And it says, pour out your wrath on the nations who do not know you, and on the tribes who do not call on your name. For they have eaten up Jacob, devoured him, and consumed him, and laid waste his home. So Jacob, this is Jacob, right? And Jacob is us. Jacob is the remnant, his people. And this is what they have done. They have taken away the name. They have hidden it from the people. They have, and done so much evil to try to hide the truth. And they have disobeyed themselves so much. And it is evil, what they have done to bring the name to nothingness. They have disobeyed the commands that are in the Torah. And let's see, I also wanted to go to Matthew. Let me see if I can go there right now. Let me go to Matthew 15:3. Okay, almost there. Doing this old school way, doing this the flipping the pages, Chapter 15. Verse 3. But he answering said to them, why do you also transgress the command of Elohim because of your traditions? For Elohim has commanded, saying, respect your father and your mother. Right? And it goes back into what was said in Mark. So, they overlook everything, right? They wash their hands and they wash the cups and all these things, but they do not have love. They do not have, the things that are needed, which is mercy and sacrifice, right? Or mercy more than sacrifice, which is loving your neighbor as yourself and, putting Yahuwah above all and having no other Elohim before him, Yahuwah. So I also wanted to share something with you. I think I'm not going to be able to read it all, of course, but to go along with this, I'm going to leave you with a few of these pages. And hold on one moment, see if I can get this. I'm just going to leave it on there for a few seconds and you can read them by pausing them. So starting on 255, you can pause it here. This really helps to understand. Okay, so let me go to the next page. And I will try to also put these pages on by posting them in my community page. Please pause it to read it. Okay. Please pause to read. Almost there. A couple more pages. A few more pages. All right, everyone. So with that, I pray that this is beneficial. I know that this is a study that, we must do on our own. I I know a lot of people don't want to be on the internet for a long period of time. And so I just wanted to give the information. Please pick it up and go and do your own research and study the scriptures. And there is so much tradition happening right now. I mean, it's basically everywhere. And that's this whole book. That's what this whole book is about, right? Traditions of men. So with that being said, everyone, until next time, shalom.